So let's state an obvious fact.
You're dumb.
An obvious fact that every stupid, cringeworthy, sugary cereal indulgingly, alpha male wolf poo crap that is out there states a man needs to stand up for himself. Now, I'm not here to stand on some soapbox and pour my heart out to you about certain ways you need to go about for standing up for yourself, that you need to read, study, follow, and consistently read, study, and follow. There's nothing to read, study, or follow. When a man stands up for himself, he stands up for himself. That's basically fucking it. And when he cannot stand up for himself, simply, he's pushed off of his center. He's pushed back. Once he's pushed back, he can't get up from it. That's the whole point of standing up for yourself. You need to stand your ground completely throughout any situation that is deemed as threatening towards you at any present time. Always be ready and willing to take that initiative. Because when a man has to stand up for himself, it just kind of comes out of random. As in a lot of those situations, when a man has to stand up for himself, it comes from left field. It's supposedly very unexpected, or is meant to be, if it's really intended towards him. Here's a basic coaching question. How do you feel about yourself? How do you really feel about yourself? And do you accept it completely? Can you live with that throughout your entire life and actually enjoy it throughout your entire life? Can you stand by it and defend it when it is threatened? I would say those great situations where men are put into that just glorify their self-esteem, their level of self-esteem anyways, is standing up for themselves when situations go sour from any which way and they are completely threatened. And there's just no turning back now. Because just like most things within life, it's a complete test. It's a test to a man's strength when he almost by force has to stand up for himself. Now, going back to that basic coaching question I had just asked, do you accept everything that goes on within your life? Do you enjoy what's going on with your life, as in you can live out your whole entire life with it and not feel any discomfort, self-consciousness from it, nothing at all? Because basically those answers are the strengths that are defending you when you have to stand up for yourself. And once those strengths are threatened, even slightly, it's sniffed out completely. Weakness is just completely sniffed out like a baby just shit his pants. I can account for so many funny times when I would be out fishing when I was really young with my dad and his buddies, and they would call people out on their shit all the time, and literally that's just what they would say when they could see it in their face. Look it, he just shit. Now, not picking sides here or anything, but the test to a man's strengths with standing up for himself is mostly 90% physical. It's less verbal than physical. Well, maybe simply because these aren't for breastfeeding or getting attention from suitors. These are not to be manicured and painted to be complimented on. And this is not some attention grabber you're looking to get money from your fucking OnlyFans. You're a fucking man and you're almost completely physical by nature, no matter what time period you are in. But we're civil. That's the last resort, to get overly physical with situations with standing up for yourself. Only when threatened with your boundaries, per se. But when you do need to stand up for yourself at any willing time, it all starts with assertiveness. Assert yourself dominantly where you are presently and stand by it. Don't let anything push you off of it. Let what is going to be said, and just let it pass by as just that. It's just really nothing, honestly. Words don't really hurt you. But still be paying attention during that situation. Listen up. Listen to what is being told to you. And disown those distruths and spit it right back. At the same tone, if not a bit louder and more overpowering than what was thrown at you. Because a lot of these situations come on unexpected levels. Literally just mirror it right back. Throw it right back in their face. You want to come at me unexpected? Well, take a nice pause, indulge in what is being said, and throw it right back in a very unexpected way towards that. Stand by your authenticity and do not be pushed off of it, basically. Take what is ever being thrown at you, and then you can decide what direction really needs to be taken with this. Is it a complete waste of time? Or is it something that just needs a little more time dealt with it? As in, start calling them out. Whoever or whatever is making you stand up for yourself. Tell them to physically get up to your face. Tell them to confront you if they have such a problem with you. Again, this is not a verbal altercation. You're a fucking man. And now that's obviously to the point where, like, you've stood up for yourself, you've disowned the diss troops thrown at you, completely exposed whoever's trying to make you stand up for yourself, and they're just basically just fucking picking fun at you, like a little girl. Because from there, that response, that decides for you if you're picking this battle or walking away from it. And when I say walk away from it, not you actually walking away from it. Because if that goes on, if you are completely, fully standing up for yourself, rooted into your present moment, it's either going to go two ways. Either the whoever or whatever is calling you out to make you stand up for yourself is going to walk away themselves, or they're going to stay. And then obviously if they have to stay, there might be a physical altercation. It just happens with those guys. If you're shoved, you shove them right back. If that whatever that is trying to make you stand up for yourself gets right in your face, almost to the point where it's pressing your nose, you give him a nice shove. Doesn't back off, and he shoves you right back. You wind up your elbow, and you bolo punch him right to the fucking stomach. Not to sound graphic if you're soft-hearted, but honestly, that's literally how situations go when they are taken into drastic measures. But really, this is not me condoling violence. Like, don't jump the gun to this immediately, only if you have to. Because like I said, it comes out so unexpectedly, sometimes it just happens like that. But it's never the first result from you. Because a man should never resort to a physical fight. He should not be the one to provoke it in the first place. It's all just about standing up for yourself. This isn't a fight, you're standing your ground, and you're not being pushed from it. That's obviously the last result a man needs to resort to when he's dealing with a complete asshole, honestly. But in basic situations, normal society, you need to accept who you really are. You need to love who you really are and have enjoyment throughout any present moment with it within yourself, no matter what is thrown at you, no matter what is laughed at you about, no matter what is picked fun of you, no matter what is deminimized about you. You need to just brush it off of your shoulder and just realize that it is not true. Because if you are really feeling those true feelings of enjoyment from it, anything that is trying to push you away from that is not true. It's fake fallacy. Because as I have stated before in multiple videos, if you let it take a hold of you, it holds you back from you being present with it all, with that enjoyment, with what you really like within life. It makes you want to avoid it more. It makes you want to not engage with it. And it just makes you completely fucking depressed and not act as the true, authentic man you truly are out into your reality. And what I tell a lot of my clients is this is a main situation I've dealt with throughout my entire life, as do they themselves. I've been picked on so many times since a very young age, just for how awkward I was, on how much low self-esteem I would express out, how I completely put it out there that I am defenseless and I cannot stand up for myself. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucked because I've always been kind of a bigger person, and I mean, I haven't really got the shit kicked out of me a lot, a good couple of times, but majority of those times were literally just groups of people because I was so much bigger than everyone else. So I would just get dogpiled on and just pretty much get jumped. But obviously from enduring that from such a young age, that kind of cut its cord quite fast. Because you can't walk around as Mr. Anger Man to resolve all your issues that go on, because society does not accept that whatsoever. Again, life is all about test. And if you're forced to stand up for yourself within situations where you can't just, oh, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, oh, I'm just going to punch him in the face, it'll be perfectly fine. No, it's just not how life works. Let it just pass you. If you know it's not true, don't give it any breath. Don't even act like it's real. No, like, it's not. Like, it didn't even happen. Like, you couldn't even hear what was being said to you. Like, it's just not even real. Because it's not. But always stand by it, full-heartedly. Defend it. Show whatever is trying to defeat it why you are defending it. Stand by it. And do not back down from that. Relentlessly do not back down from that. Because there's no truth that is better than other truths. A truth is a truth. If you're sticking by your truths, there is literally nothing to worry about. If there's something you live for, something that brings complete fulfillment to your life, that you enjoy doing, that you can enjoy doing throughout your entire life, and never feel dissatisfaction from it, there's nothing to worry about if you are put into a situation where you have to stand up for yourself.
Saint Perigine, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.